I'm Rob.
And I'm Matt.
And this is the Gorn Review by Barefoot Gaming. It's the game Gorn. This is kind of really easy to describe. Matthew, what do you do?
You're a gladiator in an arena and you have different weapons and you fight other gladiators.
Now, this is the first game we've actually done a second review of. Back in October of last year or something, right when we first started.
It was like the first video.
It was Gorn when it was still free on itch.io. This, although the premise is the same, feels very, very different.
Yeah, I mean, they've polished the game like crazy. Like, the way that it looked in the beginning was just you were in a box arena with the heads were kind of like tiki heads. But now everything has a little bit of its own personality to it, I guess. All the heads that you see around don't look the same. They're all different. And it gives you more options for when you're killing people and stuff like that.
This also gives you the opportunity to move around, either by using the trackpad or by using Gorn movement, which is by holding the trackpad in the center and then dragging the world with you type thing.
I found the Gorn movement a lot better than the trackpad movement because the trackpad movement shoots you forward super fast. So if you're prone to motion sickness that way, then that could really make your stomach a little bit turn.
Now, speaking of motion in general, this game has a minimum requirement 2 meter by 2 meter play area, and that is not something you can play around with.
Right.
This is a game that more than any other I have seen videos and pictures of people breaking their screens, breaking their controllers, popping holes in their walls. This is just, you get so into this game when you get a couple gladiators coming at you with different weapons. It's really, really easy to just lose control and go nuts.
Yeah, this would be a game where I would want to have a space, the actual size of the arena to play it in. Because we were constantly having to tell each other, oh, you're getting close to the wall, you're getting close to the wall. And all of a sudden we would hit the wall. So, yeah, you have to keep in mind of that because there's no barrier to tell you how far you are.
Now, there is a Chaperone Mode you can turn on. But all it does is if you get really, really close, which is too late if you're swinging your arms.
Yeah.
But if your body gets too close, it'll kind of gray out and it'll say coming back on again in however many seconds.
Which doesn't help you because it only happens once you've gone out of the area. So it's kind of pointless in that sense.
I don't blame them for trying something. But yeah, it's rough. It's really rough. So this is put out by Devolver Digital. And something that we should mention is, although it works on both the Vive and the Oculus Rift, this does require 360 tracking, because they'll come at you from all sides here.
The first wave will come at you from the front, but the second wave, all of a sudden they'll come from the left, from the right, from behind you, so you have to constantly look around you to make sure that they're not going to attack.
Range of weapons. Matthew, what kind of range of weapons we got?
I mean, you get a bow and arrow, you get a shield, you get a spear, a mace, anything you could really think of. They've put kind of into the game for you to play around with.
The nunchucks.
Yeah.
The spear is hilarious, because you can't hold it with one hand. You actually have to hold it with both, and use it kind of like a pool cue.
None of the items are stiff. They're all kind of flimsy items. So if you try using the spear by itself with just one hand, it just falls flat.
This is floppy.
It forces you to take it up with the left hand. And yeah, it's a very interesting way of playing the game.
Yeah, and the physics, you use your shield. If they start smacking it, your shield will start breaking.
Yep.
They're wearing armor. You know, if you hit it, it'll pop off of them. You have a sword, you can cut off their arms. They walk around kind of like they poop their pants. But it still doesn't matter, right? It's so much fun.
Yeah, and the weapons, depending on which one you have, makes it better for that fight style. So if they have a bunch of armor, it's better to take the hammer. If they don't have any armor, take the sword, everything like that. It matters what weapon you have.
Yeah, and you unlock more and more weapons by doing certain challenges. So if you steal their sword, for example, and make 5 kills with the sword, all of a sudden the sword becomes available to you. If you, parry so many times, all of a sudden you've got a shield available to you.
So every 3 levels you can go into a champion battle, which puts you up one-on-one against a harder opponent. Most of the opponents that we had faced were a little bit easier, not too hard. Because, I mean, you're used to more and more opponents coming at you from the other playstyle. So one-on-one, it was pretty simple.
Yeah, but it's still neat, right?
Yeah.
Because they come out, the first guy comes out and he breaks the door. He's just such in a rage-induced state.
Well, he had a pretty cool mask on, and we wanted to be able to put that mask on, just be able to see through the eye holes that he had. That would have been a cool feature.
Give us the ability to wear that cool mask. It was awesome. So you can tell we enjoyed it. Let's get to the actual review here. How many heads ripped off of the bodies, which you can totally do, out of 5 would you give this game, Matthew, and why?
honestly give this game a 4.5 out of 5. It's not a hard 5 for me. Yeah, 4.5 because the way that it plays is just fun to keep going into it, and you just want to keep going over and over and over again. And it gives you that replayability, whereas you're working towards something that'll get you something else. So for unlocking the sword, unlocking the bow and stuff like that, it lets you kind of build off of that. So that makes it really fun.
And a nice add-on point for that is even after you've unlocked everything, it unlocks an endless mode where you keep getting wave after wave. So I would give this 4 disembodied, torn heads off of the body out of 5. For similar reasons that you said, there's a lot of replayability in the sense that it's just fun. Whenever guys come up against you to try to beat you down or whatever, even when you replay after you lose, it's not the same guys and it's totally different weapons.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you die, you get back to the next one. The previous guys all had armor, the next guys all have no armor. So it's very different towards each other.
Yeah, there's a little elevator thing I should mention that you can go down and you can see which weapons and stuff you've unlocked. The only ding I would give this is it does just happen in that Gladiator arena, and it is always just those same goofy diaper walking dudes that come at you. If they would, if they would have added like more stuff, even, I don't know if a story even is necessary here, but more than just the exact same guys armored differently, I would have rated it higher. But I would recommend this game. This is really, really fun.
It's definitely worth the $21.99.
Absolutely. Thank you for mentioning the price. $21.99 Canadian. Thank you very much. Less for the Americans and probably less for our UK watchers. Lucky guys.
Yes.
I don't know how many pounds it is, but it's less than $21.99. Probably. You know how many of our viewers come from the UK?
I don't know. Actually, we were looking at statistics earlier. We should have known.
There's lots. It's the second highest. It's like 30-some%, I think, is UK.
Well, thank you, UK.
Thank you. And Americans, you guys are number 1 for watchers. Canada's not supporting us, so I don't understand.
Even though we live in Canada. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Just really sporting us here.
That's it. That's the review for Gorn. Thank you very much. And, please let us know what you think. Mention on the bottom stuff you'd like to see. I think we're done. Yeah, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yes, please subscribe. Like, we love watching those numbers grow and you guys commenting in the section. Like, we love hearing what you have to say about our reviews.
Touches our hearts. We're out of here. Talk to you later.
See ya.
See ya.